What if I told you that there was an entire blossoming community here on YouTube of YouTubers that now create content talking about other YouTubers?
What if I told you there was an entire genre of blossoming channels begging money from their subscribers? Hi guys, I'm Kendall Rae and welcome to Talk Tuesdays.
Going up on the Tuesday.
More money, I want your money, I want more money, I want your money. More money, I want your money, I want more money, I want your money. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause after this shit, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause after this shit, I was a hoe. More money, I want your money, I want more money, I want your money. More money, I want your money, I want more money.
Because we're from Britain, okay? We don't spill tea, we drink it. Bitch! Yes, it's your girl, Petty Paige, back at it again with yet another video for you hoes. So I don't know what is going on in the YouTube community, but something is going tremendously wrong. For some bizarre reason, we have a whole plethora of YouTubers now asking their subscribers for money. And I have had it with these motherfucking YouTubers asking for motherfucking money.
I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Now we all know that YouTube is being a little bit more stingy with their ads due to the ad boycott. However, I don't think it's acceptable for these YouTubers now to be asking all of you guys to subsidize their lifestyle. I want to make this clear before I actually go into the video and what I want to talk about to do with Kendall Rae. I want to make this clear from now that I have absolutely no problems with any YouTuber deciding to start up a Patreon. I want to get this clear so it's out of the way. Patreon is not the problem. Patreon, for a lot of people, is the solution. And Lord knows your boy Martin Lewis would not have been able to continue his life if he didn't have Patreon. But what I am not okay with is so many of these YouTubers, and most notably Kendall Rae, asking subscribers for money and not really giving them anything else in return. So as you know, what I usually do is I do a 60-second rundown of who Kendall Rae is and why you should give a shit. But I've already done that in another video. And to be honest, I don't want to do it again. So instead, what I'm going to be doing is running down what she said and why you should take every single thing she says with a little tiny grain of salt. So first of all, she starts her entire YouTube rant with the fact that she's not making any money from YouTube.
So let me fill you guys in what's going on. I really need your help and I really need you to listen to this video. I am very concerned about my future here on YouTube and the future of this channel. At the rate that things are going right now, I probably will have to close my channel.
Kendall Rae states that if she cannot make any more money from YouTube, then she might have to close down her entire channel, as she cannot afford to have a full-time job and still continue to create content.
If I can't make enough to just support myself and pay my bills, then I can't do this anymore. So I'd have to close my channel, which literally breaks my heart because I cannot afford to go get another full-time job and then do all this extra work on the side just for fun and for free. It's just not realistic. It's not going to happen.
Here's the problem I have with this is the fact that everybody else on YouTube has to do this, okay? Like, I have a full-time job that I work besides making YouTube videos. YouTube is for fun. YouTube is the exciting part, and should I ever get an opportunity to make YouTube my full-time vocation, then obviously the main thing that I would do is make sure that I have everything prepared and everything set. I really implore every single person who makes YouTube a full-time job to start putting some money into savings, or even investing, or doing something with their money instead of expecting people to fill their pockets on a monthly basis. Kendall Rae makes the argument that she recently bought a house. No, she didn't buy a house. She is building a house from scratch.
So Josh and I kind of went out and did something crazy yesterday.
And we are going to build a house.
Yay! Yay!
She was going to get that brick and water and get that shit laid, bitch. She states that for her and her partner, that was the most financially viable thing to do. And this isn't just a house. Oh no, it's not just a house. This is more kind of like a ranch.
3-bedroom ranch, which is gonna be nice because we'll both have an office space and a possible bedroom in case we have a baby.
So she states that she might lose her house if she does not rely on fan funding. And it is now up to you guys, for you guys to make sure that you look after her and pay her bills.
Right when this happened, like 3 weeks ago, I bought a house. And it was a huge deal because I live in Colorado and the rent's been through the roof. If I can't make enough to just support myself and pay my bills, then I can't do this anymore.
Not my problem.
So Kendall states that basically she feels as if she's losing her job. Now, I've lost a job. I know exactly how that feels. So last time I lost a job, the next thing I did was look for another job. But no, Kendall Rae feels like she's above reproach with this. She doesn't feel like she has to go out and find other ways to generate money besides begging. She decides that she needs help and she cannot continue to make content on YouTube if it isn't financially lucrative for her.
Every YouTuber is feeling this because there's just less advertisers, but it's my content and people like me that really get screwed over with this. Unless your channel's like G-rated fluff, makeup tutorials and like morning routines and things that you can advertise on because you're just talking about brands and talking about products, they're probably not going to feel much of this. But my channel is so not advertiser friendly at this point because the advertiser friendly standards are unbelievable.
So Kendall goes on to talk about various different kinds of channels that are deemed advertiser friendly, such as people who do makeup tutorials, morning routines, etc, etc. But you always find with these kind of channels, and I don't know what it's like for you, but I know what I see through my YouTube screen. These type of YouTube channels usually have more than one sponsor. So not only do these YouTube channels tend to do a lot of sponsored content, they also tend to work alongside other brands. There's Too Faced, there's Jeffree Star, there's Manu NUA working with Jeffree Star, you've got Nikki Tutorials working with Ofra. There are so many different people who are working with other brands.
Why shouldn't I get fucking paid? Every other goddamn video there's a Beats pill 6 different times. You know, I never really sell out. I'm pretty like, you know, integrity driven for the most part. This is my time to save that money.
Now here's the thing, Kendall Rae has over 300,000 YouTubers. That kind of puts her in that influencer bracket. So if she really wanted to go out there and start promoting products to her fans alongside doing these conspiracies, she really could. There's no reason why she can't. I mean, I've been offered sponsorship and I am just under 10,000 subscribers at this moment in time. Why would she not be able to do that alongside? I will definitely be taking some sponsors. So why won't she take a sponsor? I'm sure she gets offered sponsorships quite often the same way that I do. But my issue isn't only just that. The other issue that I have with this entire YouTube rant that she went on was the fact that people were leaving comments down below. And when they were leaving comments, some of the comments were heartbreaking to read. Now, I can only say that these things are allegedly because Kendall Rae has since taken off comments. Comments are no longer viewable on this video. So allegedly, and I've got to say allegedly because of my channel, but allegedly, people were leaving comments such as, I have to buy a wheelchair. I'm so sorry I can't give you money. I'm a broke university student. I don't have much extra cash going around. I can't even afford Netflix. I would love to give you money, Kendall, but I have 3 children to look after. These are the kind of comments that when I saw this video and people were telling me in my inbox, watch this Kendall Rae video, Those are the kind of comments that I was seeing, and I was absolutely horrified that she had blackmailed people to make them feel so crappy about themselves that they couldn't give her money.
I guess I missed the part where she said she'd have to get a job if you didn't support her. To me, that's bullshit. Go get a job anyway, and then if your fans want to support you, that's fine. But telling everybody, I gotta get a job, it's blackmail, dude. And on that note, people who do that can literally go fuck themselves.
I remember back in the day when I was 18, 19, 20, I think I did it up until I was 22 years old. I used to be a children's entertainer, and I would work self-employed for myself, which meant that if a holiday park no longer wanted me, they could sack me and say, we don't need you anymore, Paige, boom. And that happened on more than one occasion. So what do you do when you financially have no money? You have no money to look after yourself, to subsidize yourself, to look after your entire household. You adjust. You make cuts. You get a new job. You do whatever it is that you can to hold it together. But what you don't do is bitch and moan. What I would never do, and this is even to my own family, is go out with my long hand and say, please give me money. Because my life is my responsibility. And I don't believe that Kendall Rae should be immune from this whole system. She is her own problem. She is not her viewers' problem.
So I really need a new MacBook or money to fix this one, and we can't afford it right now because we're really financially struggling.
This is somebody who has been seen in her YouTube vlog, Ken Daily, to do some things that doesn't seem like she's really watching the pennies and making sure that she puts the money in the right area. For instance, in the last 3 months, she has been to Orlando. In the last 3 months, she has been to Las Vegas, Nevada. In the last 3 months, she has been on a cruise. This is not somebody who has been watching the pennies, putting some money away, squallering. This is somebody who has no problems spending the money when it comes, instead of putting that money where it counts. So Kendall then goes on to talk about her Patreon. This Patreon account that people can go and subscribe to, and you can donate as little as $2 to Kendall Rae so that she can subsidize her lifestyle. So then I decided, okay, let's look at her Patreon. Let's see what she's giving people. Because I don't mind people having a Patreon if they're really going to give their subscribers something extra. Take, for instance, my dear friend Martin Lewis. Martin Lewis has a Patreon account of which he uploads vlogs and things to do with his personal life and his lifestyle. That little bit of an insight that he gives people to his personal life that you would not necessarily get through his videos. Kendall Rae has Ken Daily that she doesn't upload to daily. So I thought to myself, what could she possibly offer her fans? So I decided to have a look at the tiers, to have a look what she's giving her subscribers for their money. Are they getting bang for their buck?
I need help in order for this channel to survive. Without fan funding, this is not going to work.
So we have tier 1, which is no rewards. I just want to support Kendall. Tier 2, which is $5 or more per month, which includes 3 extra entries to all giveaways, connection with other patrons, and to join the Patreon community. Support tier 3, which is $7 or more a month, which will include connection with other patrons so you can speak to other people who are in the Patreon community, join the Patreon community, 5 extra entries to all giveaways, and access to Patreon-only content. That would be really interesting to see what that Patreon-only content is going to be, because I can't imagine what she would be giving her people at this moment in time. Tier 4. Join the Patreon community, 5 extra entries to giveaways, access to Patreon-only content, and your name in the description of all and future videos. And for that tier, you'd have to be giving $20 or more, because there's nothing that says I'm a celebrity more than seeing your name in somebody's description box.
Please notice me, senpai. Please notice me, senpai!
And then there's tier 5. You can connect with other Patreons, join the Patreon community, 5 extra entries to all giveaways, access to Patreon-only content, your name in all of the description boxes of her future videos, and a Twitter follow. I will not be paying for her to follow me. Follow me for what? Follow me for who? What is so important? And I'm going to stress this once more again, which is the fact that Patreon is not the problem. Patreon can be the solution if utilised and used effectively. There are YouTube channels that rely on Patreon because they have an entire staff of people to pay, camera equipment, things they need to set up, things that they need to put out there so that you guys can continue to get the best content ever. But what she's asking you guys to subsidise is her lifestyle because it is no longer lucrative on YouTube. And here's the thing, at this very moment in time, Kendall Rae is now at the $3,000 mark, which means in 12 months, she is looking at over $36,000 US a year, which means for all of your subscriptions, all of your working class subscriptions, and are funding her pockets so that she can sit down and make YouTube videos and possibly or not possibly generate money. Now, do we believe that Kendall Rae isn't going to monetize her videos now because she has now got all the money that she needs to continue to go forth and make YouTube videos? Absolutely not. You best believe that when this YouTube ad boycott disappears, which I almost can guarantee that it will, her videos will continue to be remained monetized. So not only will she make the money that she earns on YouTube, which according to Social Blade is anything up to $5,000 US, she also has her $36,000 US to put to that. So $30,000 US, if we could just round it down, alongside $5,000 by 12. So let's call that $60,000 US. We are now looking from $60,000 US plus another $30,000 US. That is $90,000 US a year that Kendall Rae is expected to earn, and you guys are paying for it.
Pay my bills, can you pay my bills, can you pay my
Now I am not a hater. Whatever way you want to get your paper, boo-boo, you go and get your paper. But what I do not appreciate is somebody sitting down, crying, talking about bags under their eyes, their lack of sleep, their anxiety, their depression, due to the fact that they can't live the upscale lifestyle that they have been continuing to live and show throughout their YouTube vlog channel, and guilt-tripping their subscribers who are probably in far more vulnerable positions than them to give them money.
I had a very tough conversation with Josh this morning. I had a really bad panic attack, and we realized that if things continue like this, how they've been the last couple weeks, we literally are going to have to give up our house. I just want to be able to focus on the content because I love what I do. And so this really sucks because I don't want to be sitting here asking you guys for money. I want to be making cool teaching you things.
But all of this is already bad, and I feel like all of this is already so very annoying. But what takes it to that next level is what she's about to say.
It's multiple people's fault. First of all, YouTube sucks at communication, and then it's also content creators that are putting out garbage. And I'm sorry, I have to say it because it is the most frustrating thing when I'm really trying to put out good quality content and be what YouTube was originally supposed to be, a place for creators to express themselves and share something with the world. And then there's YouTubers that are just exploiting it for money, that make sexual suggestive thumbnails or tell extremely inappropriate stories, clickbaiting people. These drama channels, like I made a whole video about drama channels and how they're ruining YouTube because advertisers don't want to advertise on videos of people talking about other people.
She then gets upset about YouTube channel that puts out, in her opinion, garbage, which is the drama channels as well as the story time channels and anybody who doesn't make thought-provoking content. She talks about the fact that people use sexually suggestive thumbnails or clickbait titles in their videos. This is the exact same woman who changed the title of a video that she put out to manipulate you guys from this to this. If that isn't a clickbait title, I don't know what is. She then goes on to say that advertisers do not want to advertise on drama YouTube channels, and that's why advertisers have an issue with these YouTubers putting out content that they don't deem as socially acceptable, as advertiser friendly. Well, Kendall, honey, let me tell you a little secret about a bitch, okay? This bitch right here had absolutely no financial money problems when it came to YouTube ad revenue, okay? My videos were monetized. In fact, the only video that wasn't monetized was the one about you. For some bizarre reason, that is still under review. I think there's a bad association with Kendall's name. And if you cannot make money on YouTube anymore, you have to go out and find another vocation. Or you have to go out and find other ways to make this lucrative. You should not be relying on your working to middle class to even upper class subscribers to be out here funding your lifestyle. It is not okay. If you want a sugar daddy, then go pop that pussy for a real nigga. But what you're not about to do is sit here, cry on the floor and manipulate your fans. You want to say that you are above reproach, but you sat there with a clickbait title telling people that you were going to leave YouTube, that they should give you money, and cried about it. If that is not a Trisha Paytas video, then I don't know what is.
I just want to be able to focus on the content because I love what I do. And so this really sucks because I don't want to be sitting here asking you guys for money. I want to be making cool teaching you things.
Wait a minute. I never seen someone cry with the tears not coming out, so I just want to make sure you're okay.
Because it's an inner cry, bitch. Now how you cry?
Her bitching, her whining, her pointing the finger at every single other person besides herself for her lack of money is, to me, not acceptable. What people need to start understanding is that YouTube isn't an employer. YouTube is just a platform. It is here for you. It just goes down to how you use it. And when it comes to YouTubers using YouTube as a platform, unfortunately, you are self-employed and you have to look at yourself as a business. So the same way you file your taxes as a business, you should be thinking about what you do on these four walls on this screen as a business. You have nobody to blame for this issue but yourself. I understand that sometimes hindsight can also be foresight. So if you need Patreon in order to generate some more buzz and some money, I understand that fully. But what you need to be doing, Kendall, is giving your subscribers something. You cannot expect them to give you money for nothing. Or maybe she can because it's worked. Unfortunately, I find the things that Kendall Rae is going through as first world problems. And me being a person who is not originated from a first world country and I'm actually from a second world country, for me, it is very hard for me to feel sorry for somebody who cannot build their house from scratch.
Every year of every day, thousands of people fall victim to FWP.
I just want to be able to focus on the content because I love what I do. And so
also known as first world problems.
And so this really sucks because I don't want to be sitting here asking you guys for money. I want to be...
I'm Ryan Higa, and for just 5 hours of attention a day, you could help somebody with FWP.
I've said this once and I will say it again. If you feel as if you have got enough money to make lifetime purchases, you must be able to sustain it throughout the lifetime. I am a 25-year-old female who too has also bought this lovely abode that I pay a mortgage for, just as I'm suspecting you do. But should I ever at some point not only lose YouTube but lose my job, I would know that my fiance would be able to handle the financial burden of this house until I found something else. This is a lifetime purchase that me and my partner can both afford. You should be making smart financial decisions such as that. Okay, so that's about it from me. That's all I really wanted to say. I felt it was important for me to make a video like this, talking about YouTubers once again asking people for money. And I don't find that the biggest issue. The biggest issue is, if I'm going to be giving you money, what are you giving me? That is my question. So, do you think that Kendall Rae was well within her right to ask her YouTube subscriber base to give her money to subsidize her lifestyle? Or do you think YouTubers should stop bitching and moaning, go out and get themselves a job, or be better and do better and stop being bitter? You tell me what you think in the comment section down below. As always, all of my social media links are down in the description box as well, and you can click the bell so that you get a notification every single time the Petty Paige posts new content. I personally feel that it's not up to us to subsidize YouTubers' lifestyle. But don't take my opinion for it, because I'm just
I bust my money gun on these bitches. I bust my money gun on these bitches. I just stop and reload, then I'm shooting everybody in the distance, and it sounds like pow, pow.